Hidden right in the middle of Camp Nou's construction site is a single steel structure that the entire roof completely depends on. And it's more complicated than almost anything else in this whole project. Welcome back to Global Megabuilds. Today, we're going deep into the engineering side of the Camp Nou renovation. Specifically, one component you've probably heard mentioned in passing, but maybe don't fully understand yet: the compression ring. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why it matters, and why engineers treat it as one of the most critical parts of this entire build. In simple terms, a compression ring is a continuous structural loop, usually made of steel, that runs all the way around the top of a stadium bowl. Its job is to absorb and balance the outward forces created by a large span roof structure sitting above it. Picture a roof like a giant umbrella stretched across a massive oval shape. Without something extremely strong holding the top edge together, working in both tension and compression at the same time, that entire structure would simply push itself apart under its own weight and under wind load. The compression ring is what keeps everything locked firmly in place, distributing those forces evenly around the entire circumference of the stadium. At Camp Nou specifically, this ring sits right at the very top of the new third tier, forming the base that the retractable roof structure will actually hang and pivot from once it's complete. Every single cable, every roof panel, every moving piece of the retractable system ultimately routes its structural load back down into this one ring. That's exactly why engineers consider it one of the most critical, and honestly one of the most technically demanding, elements of the entire redevelopment. Get this piece wrong, even slightly, and nothing built above it functions correctly. According to recent site updates, a new compression ring steel box section has just been installed, marking another genuinely major milestone in the project's timeline. These sections are enormous, heavily prefabricated steel pieces that have to be lifted into position with extreme precision using massive cranes, and then carefully welded and connected into the ring sections already in place, all while the rest of construction continues happening around it simultaneously on other parts of the site. What makes this genuinely difficult isn't just the raw size of the components involved, it's the tolerances required. Every single section has to align almost perfectly with the sections already installed before it, because even small errors at one connection point compound significantly across a structure that spans the entire circumference of the stadium bowl. On top of that, crews are performing this work at considerable height on an active construction site, all while other teams are simultaneously working on the third tier and facade directly below them. Compression rings like this aren't unique to Camp Nou. You'll find similar structural principles in some of the world's largest stadium roofs, from major venues built for the Olympics to purpose-built domes designed for retractable roof stadiums elsewhere in the world. What makes Camp Nou's version particularly demanding is the scale involved, combined with the fact that it's being installed on top of an existing, historic bowl, rather than a brand new structure built from the ground up with this ring in mind from day one. Once the compression ring is fully complete, it unlocks the next major phase of construction: full roof installation across the entire stadium. Until that point, you'll continue to see Camp Nou looking structurally unfinished at the very top, even as other parts of the stadium, like the pitch and the lower tiers, start to look genuinely close to ready. This ring is the one piece that absolutely has to come together first, before that iconic, finished roofline fans have seen in every render actually becomes reality. There's also a reason the ring has to be treated as one continuous system rather than simply a collection of individual steel sections. Once the final connections are made, the loads from the roof can begin transferring around the completed structure as a single integrated loop. Until that moment, engineers have to carefully control how much load each unfinished section is carrying and how temporary supports are managing the structure during installation. In other words, the most important moment isn't necessarily when the final piece is lifted into place. It's when the entire ring is finally connected, inspected, and confirmed to be behaving as one complete structural system. Once the ring and fixed roof structure are complete, the retractable section operates on a system of motorized panels or membranes that slide along tracks anchored into that same ring, opening the center of the pitch to natural light and air when weather allows, and closing fully for protection during rain or for hosting non-football events like concerts. It's essentially the same underlying principle used at several modern stadiums, scaled up to fit Camp Nou's enormous span. Structural engineers around the world are genuinely watching this specific phase of the project closely, because successfully retrofitting a compression ring and retractable roof onto an existing, historic bowl, rather than building it into a stadium from day one, is a rare and technically significant achievement. Whatever lessons come out of this project will likely influence how other aging stadiums approach similar upgrades in the future. Steel fabrication and delivery schedules are one of the more fragile parts of any project like this. Each box section is custom manufactured off-site to exact specifications, then transported and craned into position. A single delayed shipment or a fabrication error on one section can hold up the entire ring, since these pieces generally need to connect in a specific sequence around the bowl, rather than being installed in any order. Before any section of the compression ring is signed off, it typically goes through load testing and detailed structural inspection to confirm it can handle the stresses it'll face once the full roof is attached and operating. Sensors are often embedded directly into sections like this to monitor stress and movement over time, giving engineers ongoing data long after construction itself has finished, essentially letting the ring report back on its own health for decades to come. Out of every element in this entire renovation, the compression ring is genuinely the one we find most fascinating to cover, simply because it's the piece where pure structural engineering matters more than architecture or aesthetics. Nobody in the stands will ever really see it once the roof is finished and everything is clad over, but every single fan sitting safely under that roof, in any weather, will be relying on it working exactly as designed. Once the last box sections are welded into place and the ring is fully closed, the next visible milestone will be the first roof panels or membrane sections being lifted and attached along the ring's length. That's the point where Camp Nou finally starts to look, from a distance, like the finished stadium in every render we've all seen. So this is genuinely one of the moments worth watching for most closely. So to bring it all together, the compression ring absorbs and balances the forces from the retractable roof. Recent installation has added another major steel section. The work is difficult because of tight tolerances and height, and once it's finished, it directly unlocks full roof installation. Keep that sequence in mind, because every future roof update on this channel is going to build directly on what we've just covered here. If engineering breakdowns like this are your thing, subscribe. We're going even deeper into the roof and facade work in upcoming videos on this channel. Comment below. What part of this entire project do you think is genuinely the hardest to build? See you in the next one.